Hey, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard and the sound, but now I physically have to unmute my mic when I never had to do that before. So thank you, Sekou, for telling me that y'all can't hear me. And I'm sure y'all can hear me now. So let's take a take two. Swing it around. Welcome to Morning Sit with Red Melissa. I was just talking about last night's meditation with the full moon and inviting you, if you have not seen this full moon, this buck moon, you want to get out tonight, tomorrow, and see it. You want to get your eyes on this magnificent moon. And if you missed last night's meditation with the full moon, then check out the replay. All right. So it's good to be back home. I did the meditation with the full moon here at home. I had a wonderful time at my happy place with Deborah Reba. And I was thrilled that Deborah got to be a guest on the show earlier this week. And she was the spark for this week's series, What's in There? What's in there? And so we began the series with Deborah Reba, who is an artist, and now we can say that she is also a curator. And it was all about discovering the artist within you. And that is what Deborah has done for herself. She has discovered the artist within her. And I just want to share a little recap and highlights from that conversation. So, one of the things that Deborah brought up for herself that is helping her to really connect with the artist that she is the distinction that she's made for herself between suffering and struggling. So, one of the things that Deborah said was she can struggle, but she doesn't have to suffer. Another thing she shared was that having talent is not necessary. It's really about tapping into what your passion is because you could learn anything, right? So, one of the things that I say is that I can't draw, but I could learn to draw. I also say I can't sing, but guess what? I could learn to sing if I had a passion for those things, which I do not. I do not have a passion for learning to sing, and I don't have a passion for learning to draw, right? So it's okay that I don't have a talent for it. But if I did, I could do something about it. And so, whatever you have a passion for, even if you feel like you're not good at it right now, you can learn, right? And then the last thing that she shared that I want to highlight is the power of acceptance, right? Accepting our process. Each one of us has our own process, and it's unique to each of us. So, the story that Deborah shared with everyone was that she calls me, she is a dear friend. She's like one of my soul sisters. She's like a soulmate for me. And I have many soulmates. I'm very blessed in that regard. And she calls me, when things are happening for her, good, bad, indifferent. And she was having a challenge with reconnecting with her art. And she called me, she was crying. She shared this story. She called me, she was crying, she was very upset. And I listened to her and I said to her, after she finished sharing, I asked her this question: when are you going to accept that this is part of your process? Right? And so part of our process may not look all yummylicious. Part of our process may look like, oh my God, what is happening right now? Why do I feel stuck? Why isn't anything coming up? Why isn't anything happening right now? Right? And instead of making up a story about it, we could just declare, huh, It's just part of my process. And guess what? It's temporary. And guess what? I've been here before. And guess what? I moved forward. And guess what? The art came through me. So you just substitute the art, drawing, singing, whatever it is, for whatever it is for you. And just trust that it's part of your process. So I know for me that sometimes part of my process is getting into a little funk. I could get into a funk and feel funky about whatever, right? And sometimes it happens like as soon as I wake up, sometimes I'm like, feel like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, as they say, or I feel like a little pissed off for no apparent reason, right? But now I know that it's just part of my process. And I know that I have the tools to support myself in moving through. I even have the tools to support myself in staying in it. I have the tools to support myself in staying in the funk. How about that? Because sometimes you don't want to rush through the funk. Sometimes you got to sit your butt in the funk and see what the funk has for you. You know what I'm saying? And funk always got something for me. Oh, yes, funk does. And it's part of my process. So I don't shoo away the feelings that some may describe or even judge as negative. I don't shoo them away. I believe it is important for me to feel my feelings because almost 100% of the time, there is something more there for me to discover, to integrate, to accept, to just be in for myself that I can incorporate and use and transform. So it's just part of my process. And all of that comes from where? All of that comes from what our series is this week. It all comes from what's in here. What's in there is everything that you need. What's in there is all the resources that you need. What's in there is the opportunity for you to tap in and return and remember who you are again. That's what's in there. So that got sparked with Deborah. And then we talked more the next day about what your process is, right? And how important it is not to compare our process with anyone else's process because you are unique and your process and how you move, how you groove is unique to you. And then it's really important to accept people's process, right? I remember one time in my life that I wanted my process to be my husband's process. And I would be gangster about it, y'all. Like, if you would just do this, if you would just take this class, if you would just read this book, right? But his process is his, and my process is mine. So not only do we get to trust our own process, but allow other people the grace of their own process. So I can trust that my husband's process is his, and that whatever it is that he needs, he has it where? Within himself as well. So this leads us to wrap up today's What's in There series. And so this was sparked by the other day I heard this, and I'm going to play a clip of it because I think almost all of us are familiar with this line.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I hope you heard that. Do you remember that? You'll remember that from A Few Good Men, Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. And Jack Nicholson said, "You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth." But guess what, y'all? Let me plug in my laptop before it goes dead. Hold, please. I'm back. See, okay, sidebar. So last night I was getting ready to go to bed, and my mind kept telling me to unplug my laptop. I said, okay, because it was like insistent upon it. So last night I unplugged my laptop, and then this morning I forgot to plug it in. I don't know why my mind intuition was telling me to unplug it, but I did, and there you go. I just listened. I just listened. So yes, it is a classic, Shay. You Can't Handle the Truth. That's a great movie. If you never saw A Few Good Men, it's a good one. But let me tell you what you can handle. You can handle the truth. You can handle the truth with a capital T, the truth of who you are. And so last night's meditation with the full moon, we meditated on what our sacred truths are, right? The sacred truths that are forming within us, right? Because we know that sacred truths are part of the invisible realm. We know that it's part of the superconscious, the cosmic consciousness. Yes? And those truths, those sacred truths, get to form, get to take form within us so that we can express it in the world. So the invisible gets to take form within us, and we get to make it visible in the world. The invisible sacred truth that love is powerful. We get to take in that truth that love is powerful, and we get to make it visible in the world. So, what is your sacred truth that is forming within you? Was one of the questions that we got to just bathe in with the energy of the full moon last night. What is there? What is in there? What is in there that is the truth of who you are? What's in there that you are willing to release, receive, and reveal? So these are questions that we, if we want to, if you are open to it, that we get to journal about in our inspirational journal, that we get to meditate or take into contemplation, that we get to take a walk with ourselves and just ask ourselves, what is the sacred truth that I am willing to take form within myself so that I get to express it in the world? So one of the sacred truths that I get to take within myself and express in the world is joy. It's joy. To live life in joy is a sacred truth that I get to formulate in my consciousness and then express in the world uniquely as me. So my expression of joy may look different from someone else's expression of joy. But guess what? It's the truth of joy being expressed in a multitude of ways, in an infinite amount of ways, without any limitation whatsoever. So that's what I want to leave us with in this series, What's in There? What's in there that you are willing to release, that you are willing to receive, that you are willing to reveal through you, using your passion, using the uniqueness that you are already right here and right now. Why? Because you can handle the truth. You can handle the truth of who you are, divinely expressing as a unique light in this world. Now, you can handle that truth. And we ended the meditation with the moon last night with this affirmation. And so I invite you to write this down, to say it to yourself throughout the day, especially in those moments when you might be feeling unsteady or ungrounded or funky. You say, I am grounded, I am steady, I am safe in the sacred structure of spirit. Say that with me now. I am grounded. And take a breath. I am steady. And take a breath. I am safe in the sacred structure of spirit. I am safe in the sacred structure of spirit. And take a breath. And that is the truth. And you can handle the truth. Yes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So let me check in with you all. Good day. It's good to see you all. Fee, Sekou. It's good to see you. Thank you for sharing the joy with the folks. Fee, good day, Shay. All of it is part of life's process. Yes, all of it. All of it is a part of life's process. Yes, Fatima, sit your butt in the funk. That is what I do. Sit there and try to understand what it is telling you. So, no trying, girl. We are just open. We are available to what is there for us, right? We are open. We are available. And a great tool is our inspirational journal, Fatima. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for participating in last night's meditation with the full moon. Thank you all so very much. And thank you for joining me on Instagram, Health Gems for You. I know that's right. So let's get into some joy news. So the first thing I would like to share is for you to continue to support my ministry of joy. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you sharing the morning sip with your community and with your friends. I appreciate you purchasing joy merchandise, the sip mugs, the t-shirts, Live Life in Joy, Connect to Your Yes, and the Joy, Joy, Joy socks on my Etsy store at I Am Red Melissa. I appreciate that so very much. And I appreciate you subscribing to my YouTube channel and for liking my morning sip post. I surely appreciate that as well. So, next, I want to remind everyone that this Sunday at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, where I am the spiritual director, we are in our July theme, which is sacred play. Sacred play, living as divine expression. Living as divine expression. So at Rockland CSL, we are all about play in July, like intentional play, because we don't play enough, y'all. We so serious. We don't play enough. And so the vibration of play is so wonderful. And I think it's what we need right now. We need to be in that vibration, that high vibration of play. So join us this Sunday virtually, and I will be speaking about the game is spiritual, aligning with the law. And our companion book this month, if you want to join us, is The Game of Life and How to Play It. It's a classic. It's a wonderful book. It's not long. And I love the way Florence Chevelle Shen talks about the game and gives us step-by-step directions and instructions on how to play it. So join us on Sundays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You can go to rocklandcsl.org to get the Zoom link, and we also live stream on Facebook. So that is this Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I also want to give a shout out to my soul brother, Sekou Wrights, who has done a magnificent thing. Not only has he written Hack Your Pain Now, right? And we did a book study on his book, Hack Your Pain Now, which you can still purchase on Amazon, ebook, audio, and paper book. Sekou has just completed writing 2 more books. 2 more books, right? This is his passion. This is his process, right? So he has written 2 more books. The one is called Little Sekou's First Dollar. Little Sekou's First Dollar. Let me see if Sekou has anything in here to show. Okay, Sekou, you got to drop something in StreamYard, a graphic in StreamYard for both of the new books. Little Sekou's First Dollar. It's a children's book talking about and introducing children to the concepts of money and investing. It is so powerful for us to get this as children, because I know I didn't get it as a child. I didn't even get it as an adult until recently, y'all, thanks to Sekou Wrights. So that's his first book. His second book that he's releasing soon is Get Rich 101, where he really gets into the practices and the process of your relationship with your money, investing, the tools that you can use to create an emergency fund, and many of the things that he talks about on Get Rich 101, his podcast, which you can watch and participate in Monday through Fridays at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. So just follow Sekou Wrights on social media. You can check out his website, SekouWrights.com. I'm looking to see if there's a banner. There we go. SekouWrights.com. Check them out, y'all. And you will learn about money and really easy terminology and in ways that you could implement immediately. And get both of the books, y'all. Little Sekou's First Dollar. I'm getting it because I need to understand it at that level, at the level of like an 8-year-old, right? And Get Rich 101. So shout out to you, Sekou. I am so thrilled and happy for you that you have set that goal and that you have completed it. Yes, Little Sekou's First Dollars, children's book on money and investing, and Get Rich 101 based on Science of Money by Wallace D. Wattles. Yes, Sekou, drop those photos. Yes. And Fee is letting us know it will be on sale on Amazon tomorrow. So you could probably pre-order tomorrow. If not, do so tomorrow. All right, Fee. Yes, get both, y'all. Even if you don't have children, get both of those books. Little Sekou's First Dollar. Get it and share it with the children in your life. Yes, the pre-launch is tomorrow. Thank you, Fee. All right, y'all. So I gave y'all some homework to do, right? We are purchasing, pre-ordering Sekou's 2 books. We are accepting ourselves just as we are. We are accepting our process just as it is. And we are learning and growing through that because we know that what's in there is for our highest good. What's in there is for our highest good. And we get to express that highest good in the world. So, what's in there that you are willing to release, receive, and reveal? And just ground yourself in these affirmations. I am grounded. I am steady. I am safe in the sacred structure of spirit. Peace and blessings, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all on Sunday, hopefully. If not, I will see you next week. If you need any support, I am here. I am a spiritual life coach and interfaith minister, and I am here to support you. If you need support with your process, if you need support with dealing with funk, feeling pissed off, not understanding what is happening right now, if you need support just moving forward with your gifts and with your passion, reach out to me. You can do so by sending me a direct message at I am Rev Melissa. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.